Coming to Germany as an EU citizen is easy. Coming to Germany from outside the European Union is not so easy. That's why there are long lists on the internet explaining in 15 or sometimes even 20 steps what you need to do when coming to Germany. Just between us, I would never say that publicly, but lists that include find new friends or learn German are am I right? Because it speaks for itself. So we compiled a list of the real important things you need to do in the weeks and months before your arrival and after your arrival to Germany. Let's go through the list together in this PerFinExplains. The first two things you need to clarify before your arrival are closely connected, so let's talk about them at the same time. You first of all need a reason to come here and you need a visa or permit for that. Not if you're an EU citizen or you're from a visa-exempt country, I know, then you can skip this step. But we also want to help the people that do need a visa or a permit. What are possible reasons to come to Germany, and based on that, which visa or permit do you need? If you're still young, you might want to study at a German university. When applying for a university here in Germany, which can be done completely online by the way, Germany is not in the Middle Ages anymore, you will receive a student visa. There's a couple of more things you need in order to get a student visa, but that's reason number one to come to Germany, to study here. You can also apply for a German course first, come here and apply for a university later on. It's up to you. Just note that it has to be an intensive German language course, which is at least 18 hours a week. An evening or a weekend course is not enough to get a student visa. And good news! While you're here on a student visa, you can still work in a part-time role or as a working student to fund your new life in Germany. Speaking about work, that is the second reason to come to Germany. What probably interests most of you is the EU Blue Card that allows you to work anywhere in the European Union, not just in Germany. In order to get the EU Blue Card, you need to have an academic degree that is recognized in Germany and a gross salary of at least 44,000 euros or 56,400 euro, depending on your field of work and how much Germany wants you to work here. So for the Blue Card, you need an employer. And an employer is usually highly beneficial because they will do a lot of stuff that comes later on our list. How do you find a company to work for in Germany? Just Google jobs in Germany and on page 1 you will find all the job websites offering tens of thousands of jobs. If you don't have an employer yet, but you still want to work here, you can also apply for a self-employment visa. But that is apparently pretty tough to get, so maybe start with a job seeker visa if you have an academic degree already. That one is valid for 6 months and gives you enough time to find a job. You can always start your self-employment later on once you've figured out everything. Step 3 before coming here is relevant for students and job seekers. You need a blocked account that shows you can support your living expenses while you're here in Germany. So it's an account that you can only withdraw a certain amount of money from, no matter how much is in the account. That is not relevant for Blue Card, of course, because you will earn money from your employer. In 2023, the minimum amount of money in your blocked account must be 934 euros a month or 11,208 euros a year. There's a couple of blocked account providers and we didn't dig deep enough to give you a recommendation which provider is the best. Let us know in the comments if you're interested in a comparison between different blocked account providers. We do have a recommendation for health insurance though, because that is the next point on this list. Health insurance in Germany is mandatory, so everyone needs one. If you come to Germany as a student or a job seeker, you need an expat health insurance or an incoming health insurance as visa requirement. You can get that one in about 2 minutes with the link in the description. If you come to Germany to work with a Blue Card, you need to get a real public health insurance or private health insurance right away. And expat health insurance is not gonna cut it. If you earn more than 66,600 euro gross salary, you have the freedom to choose between public health insurance and private health insurance. If you earn less than that, you are forced automatically into public health insurance by the German government. There are a lot of health insurance videos on our channel already that will help you to find the right one. No matter if you need an expat health insurance, public or private health insurance. You can get all of them in just a couple of minutes online with the link in the description. We talked about it with our health insurance partner and everyone that applies for health insurance with our link gets priority queue. so you're not gonna get health insurance faster anywhere else. The next point on our list is actually the last thing that you need to do before coming here, aside from booking flights and packing your bags. But again, I think those things speak for themselves. You need an address. Depending on where you want to live in Germany, this one can be tricky. It's really tough to find a flat in Munich, Berlin, or any of the large German cities when you're actually here. So finding a flat in the popular German cities from outside of Germany is next to impossible. If you have trouble finding a place to stay, maybe try a boarding house or serviced apartments. These places can be surprisingly cheap if you do a little research, and you can stay there easily for a couple of months. Gives you time again to find a permanent place to stay, either one for your own or a WG shared flat. Now you're in Germany, you got your visa, your health insurance, a place to stay. What's next? You need to register with your local town hall, Rathaus or Bürgeramt within the first 2 weeks after your arrival. That is one of many German rules, so pay close attention. You need to register within 2 weeks every time you get a new address. If you move to a large German city, check the website of your local town hall and book an appointment. Very important, otherwise you will go there and have to wait in a line that usually looks like this. If you booked an appointment online, you can walk by all these people like a boss. Every time I have to visit Munich town hall, I'm usually done in about 15 or 20 minutes waiting time. We're coming to a close. Just 3 more things on our moving to Germany list. Once you have your Meldebescheinigung as proof as your address, that's what you get from the town hall in the previous step, it is time to register with Finanzamt and Social Security. When you come to Germany working with a blue card, most expats tell us that their employer enrolled them with our tax authority Finanzamt and Social Security, Deutsche Rentenversicherung and Krankenversicherung. From Finanzamt you will get your tax ID. That is what you will need for the next step. Otherwise, the next step won't work if you don't have a tax ID. The tax ID is what Finanzamt uses to identify all of us. That is not the tax number. The tax number you can get later on. The tax ID is important here. Aside from your tax ID, you need a social security number, either from the German public pension or public health insurance. Again, most of the time the employer is doing this for you. If you're a student or job seeker, you might not need a social security number right away, but then you need to register at least with your local Finanzamt and get your tax ID. The last 2 steps depend on the steps you did previously and with what type of visa or permit you came to Germany. If you came with an expat health insurance and are a student now or start working, you need a real German health insurance. As a student, you probably want to enroll in the public health insurance. We have a link in the description to find the best public health insurance out of the almost 100 different insurances available. If you are working here in Germany with a gross salary below 66,600 euros a year, you're a forced member of the public health insurance, so you can use the same link as students. If you are working with a gross salary of more than 66,600 euros a year, you have the freedom to decide between public and private health insurance. In that case, you probably want to book a free meeting with us so we can talk about the pros and cons and what is better for your personal situation. Or you check out our health insurance videos. And the last step, now that you have a tax ID and an address, you can open a German bank account. To find the best bank account in Germany, you can use the last link in the description in order to come to this calculator. You need 3 things to know which German bank account suits you the best. How much money is going into your account per month? What is your average account balance? And do you need a credit card or not? Click on Girokonto vergleichen and see that as of making this video, there is Consorsbank that even offers a 2.12% interest rate on the bank account, as well as a €50 bonus if you open the account with the blue button on the right. 1822 Direct and Norris Bank offer a slightly lower interest rate, but €100 bonus if you open the account with our calculator. Feel free to play around with the calculator and see which bank suits you the best. That concludes our moving to Germany list, and if there's still open questions, then let us know in the comments. And if any one of you comes to Munich because of this video right here, let me know and we'll have a beer together.